What are some of the common pitfalls that you see with PWA compliance?
Yeah, there are a number. I would say a first pitfall, and like when I said at the opening, where we're seeing that folks are kind of better understanding the concept of prevailing wage compliance now, but not perfectly. And so something that used to happen more frequently that happens less now is that developers will put EPC and contractor agreements in place without flowing down the appropriate requirements, or just flowing down something broadly that says prevailing wage compliance, but without getting specific, right? Some of the things that you want to make sure go through those agreements are not only that thou shalt comply with prevailing wage rules, but also that you're going to, if you're going to have contractors have to use a wage aggregator software, make sure that that's specified, or that might be a change order for you. If you're going to require that they submit to audit access, if you're going to require that they make their employees available for interview, all these sorts of things are important, but that aren't necessarily established in some of the contracts that I've seen. Another is record keeping gaps, a failure to kind of gather that information contemporaneously and make sure you're hitting everything. There is fair bit of gray area in the industry about exactly what records may be required. And there's some flexibility provided under the codes that let the contractor or the developer kind of decide what fits. Each party should figure out what their position is on what the documentation requirements are, start collecting it at the beginning and push it straight through. Another is not monitoring timely enough. Right? The longer you let underpayments or apprentice ratio issues hang, the more likely you are to be unable to avoid penalties and interest and other things. Pretty common pitfall that happens because maybe folks are saying, well, you know what, I don't know that I want to put out the effort to look on every monthly basis or every weekly or biweekly basis, so I'll do it at the quarter. Well, at the quarter, you've lost your opportunity to cure a lot of things in a timely way that avoids penalties. So a lot of those things I would call pitfalls. There's a lot more, but those are some major ones that we see even now that the industry is much more mature on this process.